Where was PEPFAR on the president's agenda? I'll go back to the 2000 campaign, for which I served as the policy director, and the answer is nowhere. We never mentioned the international pandemic that was threatening millions around the world. We didn't particularly have a policy on it. That's not what George W. Bush was running for president to attack. He was running as the successful governor of Texas who wanted to bring some education reforms that had been successful in Texas to the nation. So he was running as the education president. But what was going on during the campaign was an education of the soon-to-be president. My role as policy director also made me the head of George W. Bush University, which involved bringing to Austin the best minds on all sorts of policy issues that might not have touched the governor's radar screen, but would be touching the president's radar screen.
And this is important in how policy is made for a future president. This is part of what made this policy successful, is that you started in.
We did, and we had outside advisors separated into foreign policy, economic policy, domestic policy, and so on. And the foreign policy section was led by Condi Rice, the then provost of Stanford. And she assembled the group of wise foreign policy heads. But one thing Condi kept coming back to was the crisis in Africa. And so even in the campaign, although the president didn't campaign on it at all, the president was taking in information about the desperate situation in Africa because of AIDS, the desperate economic and social situation that was unfolding there. And when we all got to the White House, Condi ends up as the National Security Advisor. Colin Powell ended up as the Secretary of State. And the two of them worked very effectively on President Bush in bringing up on his radar screen the seriousness of the AIDS crisis.